old Charles Barkley right on clapping on old JJ Redick. I love it. I love it. Oh, I love it. And this is why TNT Charles is unfadable. This is why he belongs on TNT and belongs in the NBA. Because what he said about JJ Redick was spot on. JJ Redick came out talking about, oh, because he blamed on the media and everything for all the 3-point shooting, the lousiness of the game. Charles Barkley said, you're dead man walking. He said, you're the latest coach there, and you're trying to walk that ugly girl, and ain't nothing changed. And I was like, yeah, he told the truth. Because he says he thinks he's going to get fired, which he should. They're not a good team. They're not a championship team. They can make adjustments and this and that. They're not a good team. There's OKC, maybe Denver, somebody else, and then they're just the middle of the pack. Middle of the pack with your best player at 40 and your next best player at 32, 33, who's always in street clothes and halfway limped over and too scared to take a stand and a lead, and you really don't have a third option, is not the recipe for a great team. Beating up on Sacramento every 3 games, and then Portland and stat padding against whack teams and beating Sacramento. You got to play more than 2, 3 teams. You got swept by the Detroit Pistons, and you got your butt cooked and swept by the Cleveland Cavaliers. You're not a good team. You haven't even played the Celtics yet. You still got to play 4 games against the Rockets. You're not a good team. But the delusion is real. The mindset to still think that you can turn it on, get hot, get going, is priceless. It's really comical at how far what goes on. And I like what Barkley said. He said, I get to watch y'all. I get to cover y'all. I get to see what you're about. He says, don't get me started because I didn't watch you play. And it ain't nothing there. I don't even want to talk about you. I agree with Charles Barkley. I watched the Lakers play just like I watched the Cowboys play. The Cowboys season was over after 8 games and there was still a half season to go. The Lakers season is pretty much over. It's just a matter of how it wraps up. They so pathetic now they don't even get no real free throw calls. Calls are pretty much going even Steven. The refs can't even save them. Adam Silver can't save them. It's just a matter before someone gets hurt. They implode. They can't get nothing magical to happen through that door. And JJ Redick then talked all that trash. They're not that good of a team. You're not a top seed team. And basically, if you're not one of the 3 best teams in the West, you're just a casualty. Because if you're not in the 1 through 3 slot in the West, ain't much to you. And you already lost 14 games. And we know that you're not a top tier team. And your butt ain't really gone on the road yet. Still ain't played Milwaukee. Still ain't played New York. Still ain't played Boston. So what's going to happen when you got to go against those teams and OKC a few more times and Denver a few more times? We get those L's coming. This should be coming around to get you. LeBron can't save you. AD sure as heck ain't trying to save you. And the mighty Austin Reeves and whatever else you do, you got to look for another scapegoat. I'm with Charles Barkley on this because people like JJ ridiculous, and he don't know what he doing. He in over his head. The NBA is what it is. But unless you tell your man Anthony Davis to get his butt in the box, unless you tell LeBron James to get his butt in the box, you going to keep on shooting those threes. And JJ Ridiculous can't talk about nothing because he benefited from Steph Curry being a 3-point machine, as others did too. He thought he was going to be some, triple junior whopper, Pat Riley, like, I know it all. Darvin Ham don't look too bad now, do he? Frank Vogel don't look too bad now, do he? JJ Ridiculous, it ain't going to be so good. You don't have top tier talent on your team. Say Chris Alexander is not on your team. Jalen Brunson is not on your team. Tatum and Brown are not on your team. You see where I'm going with this? You hoping. And you know how it is. It's just a matter of time for someone waxes y'all behind. You be playing some squirrel team and get your butt drilled. And then you're going to be walking around like a donkey, crying and moaning. All them games at home you done had. All that, the fakery of the father and son team. Charles Barkley ain't lying. Because in La La Land, if you ain't near the top, you ain't nothing. Just like the Bad video, you ain't nothing. You know. And no one aside from watching LeBron's stat pad, that's all you're doing. Struggling with Golden State, struggling with Portland, struggling with bum teams, struggling. Everybody throw 100 on y'all. Y'all getting excited. Y'all think, ooh. You know, it's just a matter of time. Someone get hurt. That'd be your season. You be the next scapegoat. Be some more pouting and crying. Because you're not that good. And the delusion of LeBron is sickening. But Charles Barkley's right. I like it that he clapped back on you. Don't blame the media. Excuse me. You got all these whack teams out here shooting all these threes, and they stink. No one won't play no defense. Nobody won't play no position. Anthony Davis for 2 weeks like an MVP candidate. Now he's back to looking like AD that's scared to get in the box. It's like clockwork. And all you've done is allow LeBron to tower over and pimp a whack team who actually plays pretty good without him. And D'Angelo Russell was your scapegoat. I know, you'll find someone else to try to, because you need an incredible trade and a sense of identity. You ain't done nothing because Anthony Davis should be your best player. You should tell LeBron, look, you can have a few nights, you can't get in the way. Because all that stat pouting and flexing and all that is ridiculous. He's not the best player on the team. He's not the best player in the West. He's not the best player in the NBA. He's a dude who can still play at a high level some nights, and then some nights he's like he need to go sit his behind down somewhere. And you have been outcoached sometimes. You just ain't played enough competition to show you. When they get your butt out of crypto or whatever they call that whack building, you see what you made of. When you go through a 2-3 game losing streak, and you're going to understand the growing pains. All that yang you talked about, Darvin Ham, and all that mess you talk, I ain't seen nothing special about what you doing. I ain't seen nothing. No, you just had a bunch of home games. Because when you get your butt out of there and you got to really play somewhere, you're gonna get ran out the building. It's going to be more the same as it's been. And Charles Barkley said it best. We know you dead man walking. You ain't got nothing going on for you. Jenny Bus, throw all the dollars you want. It's pathetic. Please hit like, subscribe, welcome thoughts, comments, and I do respond. Thank you. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for another. Share it if you like it. Hit that membership. Stay safe. Stay woke. Stay free. Stay true. And I'm with Charles Barkley clapping on JJ ridiculous because JJ Redick is out his mind. He know good and well his behind should be fired for even letting Bronny James touch the floor and for not demanding more than Anthony Davis and not getting much out of his team. Because they little few games over 500 ain't nothing. They ain't played. Stat padding games. Where's Anthony Davis at? What happened to that dude the first 2 weeks? Where'd he go? You doing the same thing that everybody else did. Kowtow to LeBron and let him do what he want. Because that's how you keep your slick head slick. That's the first way to get a pink slip. I'm out.